to bring us as we're off in Week 9. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First down throw for Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19 yards.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Cousins gives way to Cook. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Tackle made.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Carry now. This is Johnson. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And so
And then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Back at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
On the carry. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Cousins on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Julian Okwara. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And goal.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They run the counter with Cook. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
For the field goal, a 22-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone, if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. But I think the ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players, knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
A first down carry here for Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing is Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24.
1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But let's have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Cook. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
39-yard line.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 39, Cousins. Over the middle to Smith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Cousins. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
6 at the 27-yard line.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
Cousins pass.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Well, ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
First and 10.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Following the interception, Cousins. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Jefferson out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Cousins now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's a foot race. 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Late in the end zone. It's now 3rd down and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Stafford. Now the middle, and it's complete. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
The 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford looking for Hockenson, and he's got it. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them. Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. From the 50, Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Taken down behind the line of
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
And 5.
Stafford now to throw. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
Makes the score Lions 28. Vikings.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger.
And a third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
First and 10.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes the score Lions 35, Vikings 6.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we were seeing is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now this throw caught left side. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's on the pickup.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
9-yard line.
Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive lineman, tight end.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 33. Until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Now, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second down and goal. Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Touchdown pass in the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Lions 42, Vikings 6.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 6. Get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 8. Again, it's Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. It's complete to Graham. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Gain of 14.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
On the ground, it's Cook. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Running for it, here's Cook. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. From the gun, here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
Zero.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Yeah, he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Tonight,
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner.